what is Alex Caruso getting you if you're the Chicago Bulls? The answer is nothing. He's a nice, try-hard player who gives you some grit and gives you first-team defense, even though he wasn't a first-team defender. We know he's a first-team defender. He's a very, very good player. He's very, very smart. He's going to knock himself out, literally and figuratively.
By playing as hard as he
plays. He's awesome. But they are not in this stage of contention where you need an Alex Caruso. A Tom Thibodeau team needs an Alex Caruso. Oklahoma City, a young team who's going to compete, needs an Alex Caruso.
And by the way, Oklahoma City has a plethora of first-round picks, right?
Yeah.
So why would you?
They have like 40 first-round picks.
So they've decided to take Josh Giddey instead of maybe Oklahoma City wasn't offering the picks, but I would assume that AK asked them for their best. Their best offer. Right.
That's what a lot of people are frustrated about. How didn't you get one of their picks with him? Especially with a guy with baggage who you benched at the end of the year.
Instead of straight up.
Because this always goes with, are the Bulls trading for someone with their stock high or low? They've obviously traded for a player with his stock low. And they're trading a player stock high. They had a chance to trade Caruso with his stock even higher, and they elected to not do that. So they're always trading a guy when his stock is lower, and they're always trading for a guy when his stock's at its lowest.
Well, look if they trade Zach LaVine as well, and whose stock is as low as it's been.
And that's what's driving Bulls fans crazy. So how do you believe people are voting right now? We've had 2,660 votes, and it just keeps climbing. You can vote on my Twitter handle at Waddle and Silvy.
My guess is there's no confidence in this front office to make a good deal. So my guess is it's 60% or 65% think it's a bad deal.
70.3% say no, the Bulls did not make a good deal. 29.7% say yes, the Bulls made a good trade. Again, this is a young player at 21 who is a top 7 pick. He was 6th overall in the 2021 draft. A year ago, if Bulls fans found out the Bulls were getting Josh Giddey, I think everyone would be excited. A year later, after him being benched, after the allegations that make your stomach churn, now not so much. Weigh in, 332-3776. The Bulls' newest player, Josh Giddey. He was traded to the Bulls for Alex Caruso. It happened just about an hour ago. And again,
his numbers last year were fairly impressive. Not this past season, but I mean the year before. He shot 48% from the field, 33% from three, averaged 16.6 points per game, 7.9 rebounds, and 6.2 assists.
Young player, 21 years old, 6th overall pick in the draft in 2021. Again, going into this year, the arrow was going up. He was benched against Dallas in the postseason. The baggage from the investigation, both with law enforcement and the NBA for the underage allegations that was unfounded because of a lack of cooperation from the girl and her family. So we just don't know, but it makes a lot of people uneasy. And then Joe Cowley is reporting that, according to a source, the Bulls also feel there's a growing trade market for Zach LaVine, with a handful of teams feeling like they have no shot at several coveted free agents that will be out there. Let the game of chicken begin.
That would be encouraging if you could move off of Zach's contract.
If you get something for him more than just a bag of balls. Like you get. He was at he's still a 25-point per game scorer when healthy. Like, I just don't want to just get rid of him to get rid of him. Mark in St. Charles, you're on ESPN 1000. What's up, Mark?
Hey, guys, long-time listener, first-time caller for about 15 years. So
appreciate it. Thank you, Mark.
This Bulls team has made me call in finally. I just can't fathom how we got Josh Giddey for, who is arguably our biggest tradable asset in Alex Caruso. Silvy, you just mentioned it. We're hoping to get more than a bag of balls for Zach LaVine. I would expect to get a Josh Giddey caliber-like player for Zach LaVine and maybe no picks. I would expect to get picks for Alex Caruso. And on top of it, we got worse as a team shooting. I think Waddle just mentioned it as well, 33%. In I think 2022. Okay, those are fine numbers, but he was exposed this year in the playoffs. from a shooting perspective and a defensive perspective. So, Waddle said it earlier. I think this is a move that could be predicated with other moves. And we might be blowing it up, but I just absolutely hate this deal from all perspectives. And I feel like we got the short end of the stick, and we're going to be laughed at as a franchise.
Mark, thank you. Kevin, I think in Homewood has the same perspective. Kevin, you're on ESPN 1000.
Hey, guys. I don't have the same perspective. I have a worse perspective. We are being fleeced as a fan base, and for anyone who believes that this organization is doing anything to make itself better beyond just being good on the dollars and the books. I'm a lifelong fan, and over the past few years, I've decided not to spend my money on going to these games, and I wish I could take the NBA out or the Bulls out of my sports package so that they weren't getting money from the NBA and all the TV deals. This reeks of them looking at the budget and trying to stay underneath the cap because they didn't try to bring anything more than just one player back. The Oklahoma City Thunder have 9 first-round picks in the next 3 years. And you mean to tell me that we couldn't get one pick to better our future? And then the Bulls lie to us and tell us that they want to be competitive for playoff success. Caruso is the glue guy in the middle of any team trying to be successful in the playoffs. A team like the Philadelphia 76ers were shopping for Paul George, and they can't get him because he doesn't want to go out there. So you know what you do? You put together a deal to make Zach LaVine better to go to a team like the Philadelphia 76ers by adding a guy like Alex Caruso to the deal and getting other teams involved to making this team a better roster. They're lying to us, and they're lying to everyone who believes that's a Bulls fan. I'm 42 years old, and it's been 26 years since the Bulls won a championship, and this is a joke. I'm tired of it. And my blood pressure is rising.
I could tell. Look. They don't want to win. They don't want to win at a high level, at least. They may want to win.
They obviously don't want picks either because, as we all know, the Oklahoma City Thunder have a plethora.
He
of
just told you
picks.
nine first-round picks. All right, 312-332-3776, the top news of the day within the last hour. Again, the Bulls have made a trade with Sam Presti, and very rarely does Sam Presti make a wrong move. The Bulls have traded Alex Caruso to Oklahoma City for Josh Giddey. A lot of questions there with his stock going down both on and off the court. He is young. He is talented, though, and they do get younger. But was this the right move, especially with no draft picks?